So I'm talking about safety seeking and avoidance behaviours that emetophobes can adopt. And this second part is to do with travel and how it really can affect that. It can be the sufferer themselves, whether or not they stop perhaps driving themselves to places for fear of being poorly whilst they're behind the wheel, or needing to pull over, sort of worried that they can't sort of do that. It can be about being a passenger, perhaps with somebody else, and whether or not, can I sit in the front? Am I going to have to sit in the back? And is that going to make me sort of car sick, etc.? It can affect people with regards to wanting to have like an exit from a vehicle, if it's a car or a coach or something like that. So sort of making sure they're sat near the front if they were to go on a coach trip, if they were able to go on one. Am I the first nearest the exit? But it would normally probably extend itself to not even going on those kind of things, because there's just too many people. I can't go on that theatre trip, I can't go on that school trip, because there's just too many people going to be on that coach, and I'm not in control of whether or not we can stop. And if I feel poorly, or if someone else feels poorly, then what do I do? Of course, it can extend itself to all other modes of transport as well. You've got trains, and the fact, again, in an enclosed space, with the motion, with other passengers, are they going to be poorly? Am I going to feel poorly? I can't get off between stops. I'm restricted to the stations and when this train stops, and I can't sort of have any control over whether or not there's an ability to get off in between that. And then, of course, you've got things like flying and going on holidays. I just can't. I can't bear a flight. I'm enclosed, and there's really no way. It's literally a takeoff and a landing, and in between that, I have no option. I'm on that plane with all of those people. I might be poorly. They might be poorly. I might catch a bug through the sort of air conditioning and recirculated air and that kind of thing. So travel itself can really affect emetophobes in so many different ways. It might affect the career that they choose. They just sort of think, well, how can I get to work? I need something where I can work from home, because if I'm working from home, at least I can be near the loo if I need it. I haven't got work colleagues that are going to bring sniffles and bugs to me. I've got a far less chance of picking up something and being poorly if I work on my own. But of course, then you're lacking in connection and being part of a team, and obviously interacting with other people on a daily basis. So it can start with the travel itself, but it actually can have a far wider reaching sort of ripple effect, if you like, with regards to people's lives and the choices that an emetophobe does or doesn't make. So if any of this sounds familiar, then I'd love to speak to you, because it absolutely is possible to overcome this phobia. So send me a message, get in touch, or click the link in the bio, or click subscribe.